EmceeTV.
We're just gonna get into it. What's good? It's your boy, that motherfucker Steve, coming into. You watch it live on EmceeTV, the podcast, and I got my man JamWayne with me today, bro. I really appreciate you taking the time. Thank you very much.
Man, I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. So, uh, yeah, man, this is a big moment. We just had a couple of hiccups, but we're in here. We're all the way in here. We got her set up and rocking. So real quick, let's give everybody a background. I know a lot of folks are kind of hip to you because you're exploding everywhere right now. But if you can for me real quick, just give them a background and let them know who you are and a little bit about what you got going on right now.
Yeah, my name's Jamin. People call me Jambo, JamWayne. Y'all know me as. From Gadsden, Alabama. Still live out here in Bama. Brick mason, rock mason, carpenter. Um, Work on the road doing RCP work, pumps and motors at nuclear plants. Always been a rider, man, but didn't really think I'd ever do anything with it. Had a little bit of time off work and thought I'd try a little something, man. And everybody rocking it, dude. So we're gonna keep mashing the gas.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I got to say, props on the beard, brother. I got a little bit of a beard, but you got a strong beard.
I just tried to trim it up, and I went and bought these trimmers, man, from like CVS, bro. I thought I got some good ones, and they wouldn't even hardly cut into my hair, man. That stuff's so cool. Yeah,
That shit's too strong.
yeah. But I was gonna actually a good little shop in town, man, that where they trim your beards and stuff. And I've had my beard trimmed one time on the road by this real old dude, man. He had a little shop. But I was gonna book an appointment today because we got a little video shoot out here today, man. And man, I couldn't get through to him, so I thought, man, I'm gonna have to get it myself. And yeah, so I think it's all right.
Yeah, it looks clean. It looks clean, bro. Okay, so you said you're born and raised in Gadsden and you still live out there. Can you tell us a little bit about the early days for JamWayne? Like, what was
Yeah.
your life growing? How was life when you was growing up?
Man, it was good, man. I got loving parents, dude. Hard working. Like I said, I come from a family of Masons, so it's always pops had me in the brick pile since I could walk, man. So always out there around a bunch of roughnecks, man, and just some good old country folks just getting it. And he taught me that business, my papa and his brothers and stuff, man. So it's just like did that, man, and loved playing baseball and football, and that's what I really wanted to do. Um, and I kind of got a bunch of trouble through high school, man, and it kind of that went out the door. So but as far as my childhood, man, yeah, I was wild as a buck. I mean, growing up in the country, dude, had a good childhood, man, for sure.
That's dope. Yeah, I can kind of relate to that. Growing up in Wyoming, you know what I mean. I'm sure it's fairly similar to Alabama. There was a town I grew up in called Sheridan, and it was probably about the same size as Gadsden is at now. I don't know. Gadsden's grown over the years. I think you guys are about 35,000. Sheridan's just under that. So I grew up in kind of a rural small town as well, and you know what I mean. I feel like we kind of went the same path because you know what I mean. I had a great childhood, good parents, and then as I got a little older, I found some trouble, or trouble found me. However, it worked out.
Sure, dude. Um,
So
that's what's up, man. Yeah, like when you in the country young, man, we fought everywhere we went, man. And then when you start busting teeth out and cracking skulls, you're gonna have to pay for that shit. Somebody, man. So I just got a bunch of charges like that, dude, and it really messed up my ball, going to college and shit. So yeah, man, I just been roughing it ever since. But I've always liked to write a little story, man, to kind of escape, you know. So
I
where I
feel
see,
like I feel like your stories are very relatable. You know what I mean? The stuff that you talk about, a lot of people. I mean, just judging from the comments and the views and everything, you're on fire right now, and it's a very relatable story, and people are connecting with you on that level, and that's dope.
That's dope, dude. Like it's crazy reading some of the comments and seeing the love and support from people, man. I never thought I'd have fans, man. It's so wild, man. But
That's awesome. Um, so so growing up in Gadsden, okay, now for a lot of folks, they're just coming on to you. You know what I mean? They're just figuring out who JamWayne is, myself included. Got to give a shout out to my homie D Train who put me up on you, man. He sent me your music, and I said, man, who is this dude? And I started doing a deep dive and kind of digging into what I could. I seen the Chad Arms interview, and I was like, this guy's getting it, man. He's out there. So, yeah, shout out to my boy for definitely putting me up on you. But so was it for lack of a better term, was it kind of an overnight success? Like, was it something that you know what I mean? You just linked up with the right team and they put your music in the right spot, or is this something where you've been rocking open mics and kind of, you know what I mean? This has been brewing for 20 years and you've been out here hitting the road and just kind of got on the national stage.
no, I used to mess with it back in the day, man. Growing up, we'd rap and shit. I kind of grew up in the woods by the hood, man. So we do stuff like that, and then I always like to write, and so I would write, and about I guess about 10 or so years ago, man, some of my homeboys we had a little studio, and I thought we was gonna do something in, but it kind of fell through, and I really didn't have the money to mess with it or whatever, man. So I just kind of washed my hands of it, and was like, that's just something I can do. You know what I mean? Like I ain't going. I'm getting old, bro. Ain't nobody gonna be rocking this shit. You know what I mean? So I just never thought that I would be doing this. But the team, like you said, man, like so I got them two older videos back from Banks, and I think they were like 5 or 6 years ago. And he was like, man, let's put some work in. I was like, I bet. He shot me a beat, and I did that drip song. We went and shot the video, and then it ate, man. So he was like, let's get it, and we've been after it ever since, man. But yeah, we're there. The beat quality and all the different beats I have to choose from, man, and what Cotton is doing with the videos and what Banks is doing, man, and Zay. It's like, yeah, we got a dream team for real because
Yeah.
everybody, damn, they in it, boy. So we're
Yeah,
gonna rock it.
you definitely got a dope formula going on right now, without a doubt, man. And the numbers don't lie. I mean, you guys are doing big numbers right now.
Yeah, man, for sure. I know, especially because I didn't even have a YouTube like a month ago. I didn't have a TikTok or none of that.
Yeah,
Man, it's wild. You can open your phone up and seeing your old mug stuck on everything. I'm like, damn, boy. You know, I
yeah.
didn't know I looked that old.
So a lot of people have asked, and I'm kind of curious myself. I'm about 40. You know what I mean? How old are you?
I just turned 42, man, December 18th.
Okay, so we about the same age.
Yeah, man, getting on up there, boy.
No doubt, no doubt. Okay, okay. Uh, so you said you've been doing hip hop for a long time. Was it something that started in high school, or can you tell us a little bit how you first got into it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I hadn't been doing okay. So when I started writing raps, man, we were going to this church, and it was like a church from Oxford or something. And they came in, they had this old high school and was using it as a church, like planting a church or something. We was right up the road, and we kind of went by there and was going there. And this was back when I was married. And well, the dude asked me if I would kind of do the youth, and I was like, I ain't never done that, bro. I don't know if I'm the right dude for that. And he was like, all you gotta do is just hang out with him. Well, it was right by the hood, man. So we went through. We had a football field, a basketball field, or basketball court, all this stuff, man. So rounded up all the kids, and it went from like 5 kids to like 120.
Damn.
And just talking with them, I was like, man, how am I supposed to talk to these kids to get them to sit down and shut up, man? So I started writing little raps, man, and it kind of got their attention. So, but then right along that time is when I went through the divorce, and I was like, look, bro, I feel like going and killing a couple people. I don't think I need to be up here trying to tell y'all what y'all need to be doing. You know what I mean? So I stepped down, and then it just went into just like an escape for me. You know, man, just like writing little books, I guess. Um, little songs, yeah. So that's kind of how it went, bro.
That's dope. That's dope. And so then you recently, how long you been working with Banks and Zay and everybody?
Uh, this time since we did that drip video, man. So it's been a good month, a little bit over a month maybe. But I've known Banks for 15 years. We just ain't never grinded this hard together. You know what I mean? So
Okay,
yeah,
that's dope.
yeah.
That's awesome. Um, all right. I got a handful of little questions here. I'm just skimming through to try and see what's next. I tried to put them in order, but you're touching on a lot of stuff already, so that's perfect. It's just kind of flowing naturally. Uh, so okay, so for a lot of up and coming artists, I think this would be an important one. From the outside looking in, you guys have figured out that formula. You know what I mean? You got the videos are on point, the music's banging. You got the wind in your sails. What would you attribute to being uh, the biggest? Because you said this was maybe your second time or so that kind of giving it a run at the music. What would you think? What do you think you did differently this time that has really worked? What has been the biggest factor in your success this time around?
I think with music, man, it's like it's nothing that needs to be forced. You know, man, it's like it's something that's supposed to make you feel good, relax, man. You putting together something that's gonna touch lives, man, that other people vibing with. And so, back before when I was kind of messing with it, it was just like a hassle to get anything done. You know, man. And with this, man, like, and really, I had gave it up. I still would ride though. You know, man. Like, just but as far as put it down on anything, man. I was like, nah, man. I'm gonna stick with this nuclear stuff. You know, man. So, yeah, just don't give up, man, and keep honing your craft. You know, man, and get it right. And you never know what tomorrow brings. I mean, you know what I'm saying, dude? Like,
Amen on that. That's the truth.
good brother.
Hell yeah. So who would you say have been some of your earlier influences in music? Like who did you grow up listening to and kind of, the people that inspired you?
Man, I grew up listening to like Rob Zombie and Manson and Daggum, Slipknot, Alice in Chains, Godsmack, all this heavy stuff, man. Uh, but I like country too. Like, I mean, Daggum, Charlie Daniels Band, Hank Williams, you know, all them guys, man. I can't even think. But on the hip hop side, it was more like Tupac and DMX, and man, some 3 6 and like Goody Mob. I mean, it's a variety. I like hearing a good storyteller and somebody that puts together like just a clever little jam. You know, man. It's like, dang, I like how he said that, or man. So yeah, I just enjoy music, man. Period.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm definitely with that. All right, so that being said, if you if money's not an option, you got you got a gigantic budget for whatever track you're putting together next. What three artists would you pick to put on a track? You know what I mean? They don't got to all be on the same track, but like if you could just pick three artists to collaborate with, who would you pick?
I could pick anybody.
Yep.
I probably pick like Tupac, DMX, and Doe B.
There we go. That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, yeah. Who wouldn't want to collab with Tupac, one of the greatest artists of our time? You know what I mean? And not to mention DMX, the energy and passion in there. That's dope. That's dope. Who was the last one you said?
Doe B.
Where's he at?
He passed away, man. He's from Bama.
Oh,
You got
okay.
to check him out, dude.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I got to catch up on him. I'm tardy on that one. Um, okay. So in the local scene down in Gadsden, when you were coming up, were there other MCs that were influential in your career? I know when we throw a show out here, you know what I mean. There's a good handful of locals, and then we got the headliner, the big name on the lineup or whatever if we're rocking a venue or something. But there's definitely five different groups or whatever that are rocking the show. And so were there a handful of artists that you work with, kind of when you were rocking the scene out there in Gadsden on your come up?
Yeah, like I really didn't rock the scene a whole lot, man. I did like a show in Atlanta one time. Like it was very few times, Um, but yeah, I had buddies, man, that was messing with the music. I don't know if they still do anything with it. And a few homeboys, man, that we're working on a few tracks together. Um, but yeah, I mean, like Black Live, man, Be Real, ROB, Pit, uh, Vinny B. Just I can't even think, man. I hate naming all people, and I'm gonna be forgetting folks. The
Sure.
Woodboard, man. Like I kind of, we was all acquainted, man. Everybody was kind of doing the rap thing, so um, there's some good people, man, for sure. AK, yeah.
That's
So,
dope.
yeah, man.
So one of the biggest dudes to come out of your hometown would be Yellow Wolf. And I know people have kind of asked you about that. Did you guys ever cross paths in the music scene when you were kind of doing stuff?
Not in the music, man. I seen Yella a couple times just out and about, man. He's always been cool to me, dude, and I always, digging on his music, bro. He's very creative, and fun artist to watch, man. His shows are fucking great. I had a
Yeah.
great time too, man. It's been a blast. So yeah,
I've been really fortunate. He was on here 3 times with me doing different interviews and gave me lots of his time, you know what I mean, before he was signed to Shady and during the time and then after the time. And so, yeah, I've been really fortunate to be able to link up with him too. He's definitely a hell of an entertainer and a dope dude to just chop it up with on the microphone and get to talk to.
yeah, for sure, man.
Hell yeah. Um, okay, so I saw when you were doing the Chad Arms interview
Yeah.
that you lived out in Colorado for a little minute. How'd you go from Gadsden to Colorado?
Well, you see, my first wife, man, we was living in what's up, boy? Living in Destin, Florida, man, and then just our lease run up, so we decided to just pack up the car and head out to Colorado. That's what we did, So we stayed out there for 4 or 5 years, and she got pregnant, so we moved back to Bama. But yeah, I love Colorado, man. I was snowboarding every day, and buddy of mine was an Oakley rep, so he had all the flyest gear, dude. And I was riding, thought I was gonna go pro snowboarding, man. But that didn't work out neither. So, but it's a good time, man. Beautiful, beautiful place.
Hell yeah. Which part were you in? Were you like in Denver or?
We was in East Vale,
Oh,
so
nice.
we was up there in the mountains, man. Yeah, it was cool, boy.
That's dope.
Yeah,
And so you said you're a rock layer by trade, and that was kind of part of the stuff that you learned to do a little bit of that out there.
yeah. I worked with this old fella, man, and pretty much picked up because back here we just did brick and block mainly, and picked up the rock part of art of it or whatever you want to call it, man, and just kind of brought it back to Bama when we came back and kept doing it, So
I saw the fire pit in the behind the scenes with Chad Arms. That's sharp, bro. You do good work.
it's a good one, dude. Yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah.
anything like creative design type stuff, man. I still like doing that on the side, but boy, I ain't as young as I once was,
You and me both, brother. You and me both. Okay, so let's get into the music a little bit. Let's dig in. So Drip was a huge success. That was kind of the first one that I saw that kicked it off and really got my attention. That flow is on another level, bro. The beats banging and the visuals just lock it all in. I know we kind of talked before we got the camera rolling here, but you said that it looks like you're still in the same right, like right now where we're doing the interview is the location where you did Drip as well, I imagine, right?
huh? Yeah, Zandy Farms, man. Yeah, I spent a good amount of time here, so.
Okay, that's dope. Um, so what was your inspiration when you wrote Drip? Was that something that had been on the back burner that you had just kind of, you know what I mean, had been toying with, or was that something that just popped and it was in your head and you wrote it in one day?
Yeah, it's you know, It is actually, man. It's a song that you know how you can just remember stuff that you've written, you know. And I just remember that I liked how I was flowing on that. And when he was wanting to work, I was like, "Bet I got one in the chamber, you know, man. Let's get it." And I had a, you know, a hook and everything, man. So, and it just, you know, I was just thinking, man, even the poor people deserve some fire ass drip. You know what I mean, man? Like, come on. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
hmm But
That's
when you
dope.
get the beat like they've been sending me, bro. It's almost like immediately, you know, I can turn the beat on, and if I don't have which way I'm gonna go with it within like 5 seconds, man, I'll go to the next beat. But they've been sending some daggone good ones, dude. Um, for real, Banks, man, he knows how to whip it up. Well,
Is majority of that all through Banks?
yeah, the majority of it is.
Okay. That's
And
dope. Yeah, shout out to Banks. He
that
kind of helped piece this all together for us. So much respect on that. Appreciate it.
supposed to be here in a minute. So,
Oh, dope.
yeah.
Dope.
Um, hey, is there any water in here? Water? Yeah, make it water. Yeah.
Uh okay. Shit. Next. Outlaw.
Yeah.
That was the second to the last one because you got a new one that just dropped that we get to talk about. But Outlaw, that was dope. Can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration on that one?
Yeah. Thanks, brother. Like when I did that No Problems, man, and that little flow I had on it, you know, and how I was going in on that one, you know, I just kind of I kept writing kind of in that same way, you know, man, because a lot of times I'll write and have way more than a song. Like I have 4 or 5 songs, you know, on one. So it was just something, man, you know, in the studio, man. I kind of threw it together, and that little flicker on big, man. I like how it sounded, so we threw that on there. Man, it turns out real good, dude. It's one of my
Yeah,
favorites.
yeah. The way you did that hook, bro. I played it back a couple times. I was like, damn, that's catchy as shit. Like, yeah, that's hard.
It's awesome, man, when a project comes together and it's like, man, that's just right. I'd actually listen to that, you know, man, because it's just been a blessing, man, to see how this to be able to put good music together like this, you know, man, for sure.
A- Amen. Amen. Another thing I was going to ask, now that I said amen, if I feel like are you kind of a spiritual person? Because I noticed there's a little bit of that in the music and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's like, I mean, I don't care nothing about being famous, you know what I'm saying, dude? We make him famous, man, you know, and sometimes the story's a little rougher around the edges than people are used to. But the way I see it, man, that Jesus was an outlaw that run with a bunch of thugs, you know, man, and then died for his people. So that's the kind of dude I want rocking with me, man. You know, yeah,
Amen.
stand with it, brother. 100.
That's
percent
that's dope. Okay, so now let's get into the new one, America's Kitchen.
Yeah,
That's the most recent one, just dropped. Shoot, what's today? Tuesday. So it just dropped a couple days ago.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
That song to me is just paying homage to the veterans and the combat veterans. You know, man, the people who gave their life for our freedom, for us to live. You know, we alive because of what they did. And I just wanted to, salute them, man, and tell them thank you. I mean, everybody sees what's going on in the country. And I ain't getting into all that shit, but there's some bullshit going on, and there's some crooked shit going on every side. You know, man. So it yeah, man. I just wanted to send love to our veterans, dude.
Respect on that.
The military. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got a little brother stationed in South Korea right now. So, and an older brother who's in the military as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I can definitely relate to that story. I've been jamming that one. And the visuals, the stuff you guys are doing with these visuals, they're crispy, bro. Full on 4K. You know what I mean? Like, looks like some real cinematic, some James Cameron type stuff, bro. You guys are really putting it together.
Hey, man, they're good at it, dude. You know, and that's an art in itself, bro. So I've been super. I'm like, damn, man. It's crazy. A month ago, I didn't have no videos on nothing. You know, man. Now I got like a whole 4 or 5 of them things, and they dope, you know, man. So, man, man,
Are you sitting in the editing bay when they're cutting those up, or are you just kind of like that's their world, I stay out of it?
I let them do their thing, man. You know, I just kind of tell them where I stand because that's the first time we kind of put pieces uh, of other videos into a video, you know, man. And you know, I trusted them with what they thought was the best way to go about that, you know, man. So
For
turned
sure.
out pretty good.
Sweet. Okay, so what's next for JamWayne? Are you planning on any upcoming tours?
Yeah, man, they got, I don't know what they are, but they got some stuff lined up. So we'll be out and about doing that. Um, and just, man, I've been writing every day and recording about every other day. And, man, I'm just going to keep writing and just keep creating this music, man. And,
Oh, I think I lost you.
oh, just cool people, dude. Am I still there, bro?
Yeah, you
I
came
had a
back. You
call.
came back. You were good. Something glitched for a second, but we good.
And like I said, get out and be able to spend more time with my kids and my family, and just live life to the fullest, man. You know,
That's that's beautiful. That's what it's all about. Do you so you said you got some kids? I got a couple kids myself. How many kids you got?
I got two. My boy's 18 and my daughter's 15. So
Okay.
yeah, they're awesome, like dude. And they live, you know, out of.
Oop, I lost you again. I don't know what happened.
In my back. Yeah, man, my kids are trained ninjas, so if anybody fucks with them, they will kill you. Trained.
You said they are they really in martial arts?
Yeah, they into all kind of stuff, man. So they're pretty tough.
Okay,
But
no.
live out in Hawaii, man. So and that was it's like every time I've been out there, I've spent so much money, man. You know, and I want to be close to my kids. So I was like, I got to come up with another hustle, man, to get some bread up, you know. And that was probably the deciding factor to go ahead and push with this music one time. Sorry about that, bro.
You're all good. You're all good. Um,
Yeah.
so okay, so this is a question we like to ask folks. I noticed you're kind of a car guy. You got a lot of trucks and cars featured in the videos. So okay, so we give you a 3-car garage. Money's not an option. You get to choose a new school, an old school, and just an everyday driver. What do you got in your garage? What would you choose?
Bro, I don't even know, dude. I'd
Are
have
you
to,
are you a car guy?
I mean, to a certain point, but like if I had to choose between anything, I don't know, bro. I mean, you know, like I definitely have some kind of truck and some kind of hot rod and probably some kind of motorbike, man. But
Nice.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, that's
What
good.
about
That's good. So for
you?
me, I already got my dream car. I lucked out. Ever since I was a little kid, I was cutting out the lowrider magazines, and I had 64 and 63 Chevy Impalas on the wall. And I lucked out a few years ago. I found one in South Dakota. I drove out there with a trailer. I went and bought it from this old timer, and I got a 64 Chevy Impala. So that would be. I actually
Hey,
lucked out.
yeah, we were. I mentioned something about getting an Impala the other day, and we was looking online for them, and we found a 60. I think it's a 63. It was in pretty good shape because once they started getting bigger and like more round, and they didn't have the lines they did, like 62, 63. Man. But even the one in what's that show, man? Supernatural. That
Okay.
black Ford. I think it was a 68. Man, but it was badass.
Hell yeah.
Uh, man, but I love Impalas, dude. So, but I love a bunch of different cars. I just, man, the cars I've had throughout my life has been to get me from A to B. You know what I mean? So if I could actually pick three, I would take my time and make sure I hit the nail on the head, boy.
True.
For
True.
real.
Yeah, man, my daily driver is just a Honda Accord. You know what I mean? It gets me around. It's good on gas. Kids can ride in the back. Get them down to taekwondo practice. You know what I mean? I'm good to go.
Go, man. That's what's up, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
how old you?
So I got a 12-year-old going on 13. He'll be 13 in April, and then my daughter's gonna be 17 in June.
Yeah, yeah. My
So we
son's 18, 15. I think I told you that.
we kind of in the same bracket on that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So that's exciting, man. You know, I mean, these the family's what we do this for. You know what I mean? That's that and the love of the music.
yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, just to make your kids proud, and they're into the music, man. Like to see them call, man, and be all happy. They talk to their friends, and man, it's just cool. You know, real cool, man.
My daughter's just now getting into Mac Miller, and I did an interview with Mac Miller. I did an interview
Yeah,
with him in 2009 in Kansas City, and I got to chop it up with him before he hit the stage, and so that's kind of big to her and her friends that I got to go and interview Mac Miller. So
yeah, man. I love his music, man. Um,
yeah, yeah, he's
I,
definitely a dope MC.
yeah. They around here, man. I've lost a lot of close buddies, ODing off some pills and shit. Man. So it I don't know what happened to him, man. Hit home with me. Even though I didn't know him personally, man. Like listening to an artist, you feel like you know him, man. Listening to their music, man. So I know it broke a lot of hearts because he was a dope ass artist, man. Some dope ass music. Rest in peace, Matt Miller.
Amen. Yeah, he was a real one. He was a real one. Yeah, the fentanyl, man. The fentanyl is a wild one because it's everywhere. It can
Yeah,
get
man.
Tom Petty, it can get Mac Miller, and it can get little Fred around the corner. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, man. That back in the day when you getting pills out your mom and dad's cabinet and shit, bringing them to school and shit, man, it's different. You know what they came from and all this shit, man. They pressing in with that fentanyl, like you said, man. One pill, like I ain't trying to even, I ain't getting around that shit, boy.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah. Bad, man. The street see people, these young kids go like that.
Yeah, that's true. Um, all right. So okay, so do you have an upcoming album? Right now it's been a lot of singles. Do you have I know you in one of the interviews that I watched when I was doing my research on you, you said you got about 50 songs written. Is there plans to release like an EP or a full, 12, 15 track album?
Yeah, we're gonna release something. I don't know how we're gonna go about it, but yeah, it's in the works. They got that, picking out the right songs for the album, and I think we'll probably end up shooting a video for every song on the album. Um, so and just keep punching with it, man. See where it goes.
Hell yeah, that's dope. Do you guys have any kind of, I mean, can you share a timeline? Do you have any plans for when that's supposed to drop?
Yeah, I have no idea, man. Bank handle all that, So uh, I don't know what their thoughts on it are, man. So I'd be lying if I said I knew. But I'm
Okay, no,
sure everything's been going, man. It can't be. I'm sure this year sometime. Um, Makes sense. I would think.
for sure, for sure. Um, okay. Well, okay. So here's last question. We'll close with this. Um, so right now, I mean, you guys got some phenomenal success. You know, what I mean, you're doing the numbers. I've been watching them grow. You know what I mean? Ever since we first started to, talking to banks and getting ready to set this up. Um, you have dramatically increased your numbers across the board for subs on YouTube, listeners on Spotify. You know, I mean, I've been watching the numbers grow at an exponential rate, and it's impressive. Um, are you guys fielding any offers from like major labels? Has anybody come knocking on your door, or is that something you would entertain if you had an Interscope or I don't know, Geffen or somebody come knocking at the door and say, hey, we'd like to sign you?
Um, I think you keep your options open with everything, and just for me, I'm just gonna continue, man, to keep writing, keep recording, make sure I have something worth looking at, worth listening to for the world. If I'm gonna continue to do this, I don't know where it's gonna take me or what's gonna come out of it, man. But right now, I'm just focused in making the next song, man, getting this done, man, making it the best I can, and just keep recording music, dude, and just see where it takes me. Cause I don't know, I don't even know, man, how that would work out for real, dude.
All right,
But
cool.
that's what I got.
Nah, you good. You good, bro. I appreciate you. Well, shit, I won't take up a whole bunch more of your time, man. I really appreciate you jumping on here with me. This was awesome. I really appreciate you.
Appreciate you too, brother. Bless your family and your kids, man. And your show, dude, and your life, dude. Um, yeah, an
Cool.
hour.
That's right. That's
Right.
right. We got to get you up this way. I already put it in Banks' ear. I said, man, let me know if you guys start routing the tour. I'm gonna try and get y'all up here.
Yeah, dude, I'm about it, brother. I
Hell
like
yeah.
to travel. I ain't scared of it.
There we go. I'll show you a good time up here. We'll have some fun.
Yeah, man. Sounds good, brother.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, until next time, thank you very much, Jam. Oh, plug your socials real quick. Let them know where they can find you, just in case. So when they want to tap in with you, let them know where they can find you.
Oh, my son. Damn, bro. Look, let me see if I can remember them things. YouTube, JamWayne on YouTube. And then I think it's my IG's like JamWayne 256, 256. And that's it. Wait, no
That's good.
TikTok. I don't even know my TikTok, bro. Like I said, we just made, you know what I mean? So I'm a little new to all of it, but yeah.
We'll put it in there. Don't worry about it.
All right, brother. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, Jam. Thank you very much. Until next time, it's your boy, that motherfucker Steve for EmceeTV, and we had JamWayne on the podcast today.
Yeah. All right, Steve. Salute, brother.
We out.
We've been known to snatch a piece or two. Y'all can't take over cause we gon' eat the you. Rock steady like a ginger brought Aretha through. This shit torture and I'ma keep feeding you. On that East Coast shit, y'all better duck down. Price on his dome, 5 on it like yuck mouth. When the plug get knocked, that's when the price jumps. American Nightmare, that's where the Spice won. Rappers running like Ricky in the alleyway. Putting an end to the week, no Saturday. They want static, get it shaking like Cassius Clay. Passionate thugs mixing Douce with Alizé.
Don't play with us, them goons ain't got you safe enough. Yelling fuck them like Smokey off the angel dust. My life so real, sounds like I made it up. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up. Dangerous, sharper than a razor's touch. We hit that strip and get the cake up. God hate ugly, so ain't no saving us. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up.
Big balls don't take